you've been active in the FNAF community at all recently, you may have noticed talk about a book called Escape The Pizzaplex. Being the final installment in a series of interactive novels, it's caused a little bit of community discourse, mainly around the idea that this book brings nothing new to the table, that it cements the interactive novels as starting off great but getting progressively worse until you got to the bottom of the barrel. I've even heard it be said that this book has no lore reveals, and as someone who recently actually got a copy of the book, I'm here to say you're wrong. But why would I believe this? Why would I think that these unanimous opinions on the book are wrong and overblown? Well, let's start with the first major point against this book, that it has basically no lore reveals. This book is filled with interesting details that not only give us new insight on Cassie and Gregory's relationship, but gives us new mysteries to unsolve about the Pizzaplex. First of all, I want to talk about a certain reveal that we find 29 pages into the book. The fact that someone with a FREDD'N Bonnie keychain is at the Pizzaplex. Well, how do we know this isn't just a recreation used at something like the Pizzaplex roleplay area, which we know has a Fazbear Fright section? Well, because this keychain is described specifically as being old and used, along with Cassidy explicitly stating that she'd never seen it before. So what does this leave us to conclude? That someone that either worked at Fright's, bought from the auction, or is connected to a different Freddy's location is at the Pizzaplex somehow. Specifically has been working or snooping around the reception area of it. Any explanation you come to, this character is related to the past of Freddy's somehow, and the book explicitly calling out that Cassie hasn't seen it before makes me rule out that this is Cassie's father, which leaves us with the possibility of further confirmation that Mike is still alive. Who the hell are you? Okay, I will, but I still don't understand. You know, that doesn't matter. This book gives us a lot of insight into Gregory and Cassie's relationship, and now we see that it's a toxic one. That whatever that cardboard cutout we saw in Ruin wasn't giving us the full picture. In this book, we see Gregory is actively trying to kill Cassie, which means this is probably GGY, but that's neither here nor there, and that Cassie, much like Gregory, can alter the coding of the animatronics. We also get confirmation that Cassie's dad is an engineer, and that's only some of the things this book gives us. But all this is to say that this book is far from not having lore reveals. But then why are people so adamant about it? I really don't know. I can assume that some of it comes from a lack of patience. The book hadn't even been leaked a day before everyone threw their hands up and wrote this book off. A day is not enough time to come to a conclusion like that, nor is 3 days. We just need to be more patient. Here's my socials, here's a Faz token, and I'll catch you at 6 a.m.